Well, we all know that breaking out of an abusive situation, particularly in an intimate relationship, is one of the most difficult things to do. Women sometimes feel that they don't have the support or are unsure of how to secure their safety and their financial security if they do decide to leave an abusive relationship. Well, thankfully, there is help from an organization where women have joined forces to help victims of abuse to get help and to live the life of happiness that they so rightly deserve.
Not only in South Africa, but around the world, we are facing an epidemic of women and child abuse. But not tonight. Tonight, we celebrate an organization called Cornerstone Women, which is built around supporting women, children, and their families who have faced abuse.
The organization's primary focus is to help build a road to recovery by offering emotional, legal, and medical assistance.
Let's be honest, it's time for us to confront these things. I have so many family members and friends over the years that I've seen abuse on, or I've had a suspicion, and I never had the courage to break that chain of silence. And I think that's where it starts. We must stop ignoring it or keeping quiet. It's time to break that chain of silence.
We have a lot of ladies that they're either being misplaced, abused. And when I talk about abuse, it's not just about physical abuse. You talk about financial abuse, emotional abuse, and you find that the environment in which that they live in is not conducive, especially for them and their children. So an organization like Cornerstone that can actually give them shelter and help them to get back on their feet. So I think it is quite important to have that.
We need to get more and more education for people out there, and again, to take away the stigma. People need to not be ashamed or shy to tell their story, to spread awareness, and interventions like this is what makes it possible.
To really give dignity and independence back to the victims of abuse, Cornerstone Women provides a 3-month support program where they can feel heard and loved.
The program for the Cornerstone Women really focuses on assisting abused women and children, basically restoring families, specifically on married couples. The healthy family results into the healthy community, and a healthy community translates to a healthy country.
And tonight is all about a celebration and getting this program off the ground.
We have been working on putting programs together for the past 18 months. We have had people coming, volunteering to participate in Cornerstone Women.
Samantha LaRue founded the organization in January 2016, and as a survivor of domestic abuse, Samantha wanted to help other women break their own vicious cycles.
Cornerstone Woman was inspired out of my own personal experience. I'd been in an abusive relationship for about 8 years, and eventually at the end I was locked out of my own home, my car was taken, all financial support was cut off, and I was left with absolutely no choices. It was then that I realized that there are very few organizations in South Africa that women will feel comfortable approaching to get the assistance to get out of a toxic relationship. So luckily, due to family and friends, everybody pulled together to help me. And I started to realize, what if other women were going through this and they perhaps hadn't taken the mask off abuse or even told anybody? Where would they go? That we've put together a 3-month program that will almost remove any excuse for a woman and her children to remove herself out of a toxic situation. It's for us to go to the public and say that it is actually not anything to be ashamed of. If you're going through an abusive relationship, you need to reach out. It affects women and children on so many different levels, and it's time for change.
By enabling women to reclaim their dignity, be happy and safe, this organization helps women rediscover who they really are.